to another week of Spiffed Up. So today we are going to be working with the Kat Von D Metals and Matte palette. I love this palette, guys. Oh my gosh, it is gigantic. Like, look at the size of this. It literally covers like bigger than my face. Compared to this, like with the Serpentina palette, it is definitely a lot bigger than that one as well. So this is what the palette looks like. I love this little anagram here. Basically, it just says metals, and then on this side it says matte. So I think she did awesome with that. She does her own artwork and everything, so I applaud her with that because that is awesome. Like, I haven't seen a palette like this, like that can do this. So, brands, you need to step it up. Alright, so in this palette, you're going to get 9 shimmers and then 13 mattes. So, I think it's definitely worth the money. It's $60. Basically, pretty much with every color that she has, like every matte shade, there's like a shimmer that can go with it. So, I think it's a very useful palette. So, I did my face off camera. I just recently uploaded a full face tutorial using the Master Palette by Mario. So, if you guys want to learn how I got that kind of full face look, you guys can kind of just click right here or click in the link in the description down below, and that'll take you to that tutorial, and it'll show you, like in the beginning of the video, how I achieved this flawless look today. The only thing that's different in that video is that I used the Milani foundation instead of using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. Alright, so without further ado, let's just get started with this tutorial. Alright guys, so the first shade that I'm going to go in with is Fringe, and I'm just going to be taking that on my Morphe E22 brush. I love this to blend like a lot of shadows like up in my crease area. I find that this one is still a little dense, but it's still fluffy at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to be doing circular motions, windshield wiper motions as well. And then the next color that I'm going to be picking up is the color Silk, and I'm just going to be picking that up on the same brush, and I'm just going to be building on that color. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a pretty like purple. And I'm kind of trying to focus that like mainly in the crease area. I'm not trying to go like up in the lid. I just really want to get it really in there into the crease. Kind of helps sometimes too if you want to like pull back your eye a little bit. The next color that we're going to be picking up is Ribbon, and I'm picking that up on my Morphe 431 brush. And I'm going to do the same method that I did last video. I'm going to be kind of like really defining that crease because I want to make it look like I have a deep socket, and I'm just kind of going back and forth motions. I like it because this brush is nice and pointed to really get in there into the crease and really build up that color. Alright, so now that we're going to be working with a really dark color, I want to take a little bit of translucent powder and kind of just place that underneath, and as well as kind of clean up that eyeshadow. So I'm over powdering my under eye just because I don't want any of that dark color to fall down onto my highlighted areas. The next color that I'm taking is Velvet, and I'm picking that up with my M167 brush, and I'm going to be kind of pressing that into the lid area. And at the same time as I'm pressing it in, I'm kind of gently rubbing it in as well. And then on the areas where I get close to the crease, I'm kind of taking the brush and kind of just like stopping right at it, and I'm kind of creating like a harsh line almost. And then I'm just going to be blending that out with my E22 brush and really diffusing that color so that it looks all nice and blended. So just circular motions, you can kind of flick upwards a little bit to really get it nice and blended out. Kind of just going ham with the blending. I'm like, argh. Now, if you kind of notice before you even draw your wing that this one is a little bit like different than this one, you can definitely go in with your translucent powder and kind of clean up wherever you want to kind of draw that new wing at. This is kind of like cleaning up your contour, but instead you're just kind of cleaning up your eyeshadow. Alright, so let's go ahead and sweep that off now. Now let's take a little bit of black eyeliner. Gotta move this mirror up a little closer so I can see what I'm doing. And don't ever hesitate to dip back into your product and kind of pick up some more. Don't think that you can just work with like one dip into the pot, if that makes sense. Like, if you have to redo it, there's no shame. If you need to pull back a little bit, that's totally fine. Just make sure to not pull so hard. So I'm just taking the makeup wipe and I'm kind of just running the cotton swab through it. And I'm kind of just cleaning where I wanna. So I stopped right here in the inner corner. Of course, like my eyeliner from the top kind of ran down to like the bottom, but I'm gonna create a whole other inner corner just using my Kat Von D tattoo liner. I'm just kind of drawing a new line, kind of extending. You always want to make sure to shake it so that the product gets activated. Bada bing, bada boom. So now I'm going to take my M432 brush and I'm going to pick up the color Tinsel. And I'm gonna kind of like open up my eye, but also make that weird face that drops down your eye. Because I find that when you do that, this brush fits nicely into that inner corner that we created. So I'm gonna cover my mouth while I do this. Next, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of silk again with my Morphe M431 brush, and I'm just going to be putting that right underneath my waterline to help blend out the black. And then I'm picking up my Morphe E36 brush and picking up ribbon and kind of just focusing that onto the outer portion of my eye. For the brow highlight, I'm going to be taking my Morphe M133 brush and I'm picking up a little bit of Twinkle. And it's like this nice like iridescent lavender, so I'm just going to be popping that right on the brow bone. And I love this brush for brow highlight just because it fits perfectly right underneath my brows. I'm kind of just pressing and dragging it down a little bit. Alright, so for the highlight today, I wanted to save it for this special moment. So I'm going to spray a little bit of my Boscia white charcoal mattifying spray. Kind of get everything nice and like dewy. And right as it's drying down, I'm going to take actually Twinkle and I'm going to be popping that on there just so that the brow highlight, the highlight on my face, they just match up together. And I'm kind of just doing circular motions with my middle finger. And this is just a cool way to add like a little pop of color like on your face if you want. It almost is like a little like intergalactic like glow. You can even take a little bit on your nose. And I'm just gonna take my fan brush and kind of just like help diffuse it a little bit better so that the lines aren't as harsh. Alright, and then for the lips today, we're going to be taking Gelato from Bite Beauty. This is one of their new multi-sticks, and I'm just going to be putting that on my lips. But this is just a nice like cool tone like purple. I feel like this is too light for my face. I'm going to darken it up a little bit. I'm going to darken it up a little bit with Sandstorm from NYX Cosmetics. This is one of their liquid suedes. And I'm just going to focus it on the outer corners. Alright guys, that is the end of this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye!